Intro. Have you ever been on a trip that didn't quite go as planned? Maybe your flight was cancelled, or you ended up in a hotel that looked nothing like the pictures. What if I told you there's one simple trick that changed my travel experience forever? Stick around because today, I'm going to share how I transformed my travels from stressful to stress-free. Traveling should be fun and exciting, not a hassle. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. Main content. So, what's this magical trick? It's all about the power of planning. Now, I know what you're thinking. Planning? Really? But hear me out. Planning doesn't mean scheduling every minute of your trip. Instead, it's about setting up a framework that allows for flexibility while still covering all your bases. Let's dive into how I developed my travel planning strategy. First, I always start with research. No matter where I'm headed, I look up the destination. I check out local customs, popular sites, and hidden gems. This way, I know what to expect and can avoid any surprises. For instance, when I traveled to Japan, I spent a few hours reading about the local culture. One thing I learned was how important it is to bow when greeting someone. Believe me, that little bit of knowledge made a huge difference during my trip. Once I've got some background, I create a loose itinerary. I don't fill it all in, but I do make note of key sites I want to see. For example, in Paris, I made sure to add the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre to my list. But I also left gaps for wandering around and discovering new places. Next up is accommodation. I recommend booking your stay in advance to snag the best deals. I usually check out multiple websites and compare prices. Don't just settle for the first option you find. During my last trip to Spain, I found a charming little Airbnb that was way cheaper than the big hotels. It was perfect for experiencing the local vibe. Now, let's talk transportation. Depending on the place, public transport can be a lifesaver. Research routes and schedules before you land. When I went to London, I downloaded a public transport app and familiarized myself with the tube system. This saved me time and money. And if you're going somewhere rural, renting a car might be a good option. Just plan the route ahead of time. Food is another essential element. I love trying local eateries and street food, but I also have a list of top dining spots handy. In Thailand, I discovered this amazing street vendor that served the best pad thai. Having a plan for meals ensures you don't end up eating at a bland chain restaurant. Next, consider having a backup plan. Mistakes and hiccups will happen, no matter how much you plan. When I was in Rome, my museum pass didn't work, leaving me stuck in line. So, I always have alternative places to visit or activities to do just in case. And remember to pack smart. Create a checklist and include local weather and activities on your list. I learned this the hard way when I forgot my hiking boots for a trip to the mountains. Something as simple as a checklist can save you a lot of headaches. Do you have your own travel tips? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to learn from you too. Before I wrap this up, let's touch on the most important part: stay flexible. Planning is essential, but sometimes the best memories come from unplanned adventures. Don't stress over every detail. Embrace the journey, and be open to change. Outro. So, there you have it. My one trick that changed my travel game forever. A little planning goes a long way. If you found my tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more travel tips, don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What's your favorite travel hack? Until next time, happy travels and safe adventures.